one of the last videos I did, I was talking about buttoning this up for the rain, just in case it rained, and I also was going to be gone for Thanksgiving, so I wanted to pack everything under there and see if it would still be there when I got back, which I really didn't think it would be gone. But anyways, I neglected to show you when I actually put the tarp up, so I just thought I'd throw it in there real quick just in case anybody was curious. Probably not, but I pointed about those posts which are coming up right here, and then I laid one of the 2x12s across it, which made for a good slope in the tarp. And so I imagine once I yank that up, it'll be fairly dry under there, which is a good thing because it did rain last night. You can kind of see the water droplets on there. So I'll pull it off there and we'll see how it looked. Well, just as I figured, stayed pretty nice and dry down in there. And there's the cart. I'll pull that out, head back up the truck and start getting stuff. Okay, we're getting started this morning. I'm going to start working on this floor again. First thing I need to do is concrete these 2 post holes over there. And before I do that, I got to get some water. So we're going to find us some water. Let's go. All right, here's a little pool of water coming up from the springs here. So I'm going to set this aside and we'll get to filling this bucket. See what we can do here. That's a little bit better view of that little pool of water. In fact, you can even see, let's see if I can zoom into it. I don't know if you can see that in there, but yeah, it's kind of back in the dark underneath those leaves, but there's a hole where more water's pouring out from there. So it's little springs that are just coming up out of the water table there. So, as far as water goes, I think we're good to go. Now let's go back and make some concrete. Alright, so now I'm going to open up the bag of concrete. I'm just going to pour it in there dry, and then I'll pour water on it and mix it up. Let that clear a little bit. That can be some dusty stuff. Alright, let's get some water in there. Then start mixing it up. Looks like we need another bag. Well, it may be a little wet, but it will dry. Alright, well that's that hole. I'm going to do the other one. I don't think you need to watch that one, so I'm going to turn this off. Alright, I got the concrete in both posts. Now I'm going to square up and level up the rest of this half, and so then it'll be ready to go. And then I can connect the other half to it. The other half is going to have some interesting things done on it. That's why I'm kind of doing it this way, so I can work it a little at a time. Anyways, I'm going to use these half pads right here to set the base on these where I level the corners and stuff. Now, they do make a full pad, which is just like 2 of those in one. But I couldn't find any, so I'm just going to have to use these half pads. I suppose they'll work just fine. But anyways, this is how I'm going to do it. Try to get this as level as I possibly can to lay those pads on. And I want it to be perpendicular to this right here so that we can fill that in. Okay, so you can see that all it took was these 2 blocks and a pad, or a piece of 2x8 in there. Sat down on there, and which brought that to level. So I'm going to do that corner over there, and I'm going to do where the centers are at, right there and there. And then of course when we do the other half, we'll get those in as well. But that didn't even take any wedges to bring it up any. It was like perfect. That's the way we used to do it in the mobile home business. Alright, I'm going to get back to it. Alright, so I've got all the blocks set. The frame is completely level. The concrete down in the post holes. Some rocks in there. Now I need to cut all these down to 93 inches long so they can go in there and be joists. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay, I've already measured all of these and measured them twice, so I only need to cut them once. And now I just need to start the generator and we'll get it cutting. Well, it's getting about that time where I need to stop and start thinking about getting enough firewood for the night. If I had more time during the day, I'd cut a whole bunch of firewood, but since I'm trying to get this done, I'm trying to do a whole bunch of things at once, so I gotta kind of schedule everything out. But anyways, I dropped 2 of them joists in there just to see how they'd work, how they'd be fitting, and they're fitting good. So I'm going to need to button this up, I guess, so that just in case it rains. And tomorrow's Sunday. I think probably what I'll do is I'm not going to work on this tomorrow. I'm going to go hunting and then pack up and go home. So I got to be home for the week, and I'll be back for the next week after that. So I'm going to button this up pretty good, so in case it rains and all that fun stuff. Anyways, like I said, it takes a while to get this stuff done, especially when you're doing it by yourself and you got to haul everything in. But it's moving right along. All right, there's the first half. I got all the joists in. I'm gonna have to do my 4-foot runners at a later date. Everything's leveled. Kind of beat. I just got done loading the truck with all my camping gear. I got to button this up now and head on home for the week. So I got to get it covered so that in case it rains, things don't get too wet. But there you have it. Lots of fun. This is Subtac, man. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.